Okay, well, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Idiot in His Garage series. Today we're going to change the headlamp bulb on a Mark V Ford Fiesta. Right, let's go. Okay, so obviously the first point of call is to pop your bonnet. Now the main thing on these things when you're going to put these things back is you make sure that you've got the pull cord in the right place, which I've done this before. So you can see the pull cord sticks out just above the grill there, and then put your bonnet stay up. Now what we're going to do is we need to get to this one. We could take the battery out and go from behind because there is a little bit of space, but it's no space over this side. So I'm going to show you how we take this headlamp out, okay, and how easy it is to change the headlamp bulb on it. Right, so the front grille, we've got a clip here which you can see just unclips at the top, and the same thing on the other side, right, which makes this whole grille quite loose. You can see we've got an offending bolt just down there. Now you can use a big flat-headed screwdriver in there, or you can use a Torx bit. You have the same sort of section up here. Okay, so I've actually got a little Torx bit set here, so I'm just going to use the Torx bit set and try putting it on an extension bar. Okay, so we're going to undo the top one first. So I say you could use a big flat-headed screwdriver on these. It's actually not that difficult. Obviously, putting your screws somewhere they're nice and safe. I tend to put it in the back of there. Okay, so they're quite simple, and you can see that obviously holds everything in there. But your biggest one is down in this section here. So what I'm going to do on this one is make it a little bit shorter, take the extension pole off, and I'm actually going to, so I've done this before using a long pole. This time I'm going to just use the short section and put the little spanner in, or the little ratchet in, and undo this single bolt here. A little bit more difficult because obviously there's not so much room. You could pull the grill back a bit like that, but all I would say is obviously be very wary when you're getting near the end of this bolt. You don't want to drop it underneath the car. Okay, so I'm just going to take that out now and unscrew the last bit with my fingers. Okay, so that's your three main bolts out. Now what we do is we pull the headlamp towards us, okay, so we just have a little wiggle around, come off with the front bumper, little front bumper clip there, slide it about, and there's your headlamp out. Now once you've obviously wiggled your headlamp out, it's a simple thing of taking off the rubber cap at the back, again nice and somewhere safe, and so take the electrical connection off, and then you've got this little clip here you push down on, and then you can undo your bulb, and out comes your bulb. Right, so a simple one. And then obviously to put it back in, put the bulb in the right place, and then push back on your spring clup, and you can hear clunk clunk, there it is, she's in. Now you put your electrical connection back on, make sure it's nice and tight, and that's it. You've now changed the bulb on it. So come back in with your rubber seal, push your rubber seal back over, and make sure you get a good seal all the way around the headlamp. And now we're just going to slide this headlamp back in again. Again, it is all to do with the wiggling of getting everything. So the headlamp bulb's now changed and back in. Now, something I couldn't show you a second ago, there is a clip down here. You need to make sure that you get the clip down there onto it. Again, it's only about wiggling it around. You'll know you've got it in the right place when it goes in. lifting that grille out again and the headlamp out a little bit, and then sliding the headlamp down. There we go. Right, and then I've just slid it across there and sliding back in. Now it is literally a case of putting these 3 bolts back in. So I do them hand tight. Now remembering this bottom one down here, it's easy enough to drop the screw, so be very, very careful when you're putting it in hand tight. So you can see I'm just finding the thread. Okay, we got our little screwdriver. Just slide it in there. Like I said, you could use a big screwdriver if you needed to. If you don't have these Torx bits, they do have a nice flat section in there. Okay, making sure you get this nice and tight, because obviously this is holding your headlamp in and you don't want it to wobble around. Okay, that one's nice and tight. Pushing your headlamp about here when you're doing it, and then doing up the 2 top bolts. You can see it's just started to rain on me, but it's a very, very simple thing to do and very, very quick. Again, pushing the lens, just making sure the headlamp's right back. Again, nice and tight. Right, so that's all back in. So we now need to make sure the grille is pushed right back and clipped back in. So push it over the top of this piece, clip it down and clipped in. And again, this section clips over the top and clips in at the back. Again, like I said, just making sure that our flap part here is all done up, and that's the headlamp bulb changed. So we can now close the bonnet down, and that's the job done. Well, hopefully you found this video really useful. If you did, please do hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and why not even give me a comment. Right, we'll see you again in another Idiot in His Garage.